Got it. Since you haven't specified the exact content of Keynote 1, I'll create a general, polished 500-word expansion that could fit most motivational or narrative-style keynotes. If this is meant for a specific topic, I can refine it further once you clarify. Keynote 1 expanded, approximate. 500 words life has a way of testing us in ways we never expect. At times, it feels like every step forward is met with a challenge that pushes us to our limits. But it's in those very moments of difficulty that our true character is revealed. Keynote 1 is a reminder that every obstacle, every setback, and every moment of doubt is not the end. It is an opportunity. An opportunity to learn, to grow, and to discover strengths we didn't even know we had. When we face challenges, it's easy to feel overwhelmed. The mind naturally questions whether we are capable, whether the effort is worth it, and whether we'll ever reach the finish line. But the truth is that greatness is rarely achieved without struggle. Every successful person you admire has faced moments of uncertainty, failure, and fear. What sets them apart is not a lack of hardship, but the choice to persevere despite it. They understood that resilience is not just about enduring. It's about embracing the lessons hidden within every struggle. Think about the small victories that often go unnoticed. Waking up every day with the determination to try again, even after failure, is itself a triumph. Taking that first step toward a goal, no matter how intimidating, sets the stage for progress. Keynote 1 emphasizes the power of these small actions. They build momentum, shape our mindset, and create a foundation for long-term success. It's not always the grand gestures that define us, but the consistent, often quiet choices to move forward. Equally important is the role of perspective. Challenges can feel insurmountable when viewed as obstacles, but when reframed as opportunities, they become powerful teachers. Every mistake, every rejection, and every moment of doubt carries a lesson if we are willing to look for it. Keynote 1 encourages us to shift our mindset from fear to curiosity, from why me to what can I learn. By doing so, we transform hardship into a roadmap for growth. Finally, Keynote 1 reminds us that we are not alone in our journey. Support, guidance, and encouragement from others can make all the difference. Yet ultimately, the responsibility lies with us to show up, to try, to fail, and to rise again. Life will test our limits, but also rewards courage, persistence, and self-belief. Every challenge we face is an invitation to become stronger, wiser, and more resilient than we were yesterday. In the end, Keynote 1 is a call to action. Embrace the journey, trust in your abilities, and never underestimate the power of perseverance. Every step, no matter how small, is a step toward the person you are meant to become. Sure, since you haven't given the exact content of Keynote 2, I'll create a general 500-word expansion that can work for a motivational, storytelling, or presentation-style keynote. I can tailor it further if you provide the exact theme or topic. Keynote 2 expanded, approximate. 500 words life is rarely a straight path. It twists, turns, and often presents challenges when we least expect them. Keynote 2 is about understanding that these challenges are not barriers. They are opportunities in disguise. Every obstacle we encounter has the potential to teach us something valuable, to shape our character, and to guide us toward growth we might not achieve otherwise. The key lies in how we respond. When faced with difficulties, our first instinct is often to avoid them, to take the easy route, or to give up. But growth does not come from avoidance. It comes from confrontation. It comes from looking challenges in the eye, taking a deep breath, and deciding to move forward despite fear. This keynote emphasizes the importance of courage, not the absence of fear, but the willingness to act in spite of it. Equally important is the mindset we bring to each situation. Challenges can feel overwhelming if we view them solely as problems. But if we approach them as opportunities to learn and adapt, they become invaluable teachers. Mistakes, failures, and setbacks are not signs of weakness. They're stepping stones toward improvement. Keynote 2 encourages us to reframe our perspective, to see that every difficulty is a chance to grow stronger, smarter, and more resilient. Consistency and perseverance are critical themes in this keynote. Progress is rarely instantaneous. It is built gradually, day by day, decision by decision. Small actions, taken consistently over time, compound into significant results. Whether it's improving a skill, achieving a goal, or building meaningful relationships, persistence is the foundation. Keynote 2 reminds us that even when the progress seems invisible, every effort matters, every step counts, and every moment shapes our future. Another essential message of this keynote is the power of self-belief. Confidence is not about being perfect or never failing. It is about trusting yourself enough to keep going even when the path is uncertain. Believing in your abilities, staying focused on your goals, and maintaining hope during difficult times are what separate those who succeed from those who give up. Self-belief is not a gift. It is a choice we make every day. Finally, Keynote 2 highlights the importance of community and support. No journey is undertaken alone. Guidance, encouragement, and collaboration with others amplify our efforts and inspire us to reach heights we might not reach on our own. Sharing knowledge, learning from others' experiences, and seeking mentorship strengthens our resolve and accelerates our growth. In conclusion, Keynote 2 is a reminder that challenges are not to be feared. They are to be embraced. Life tests us, but also rewards resilience, courage, and determination. By approaching obstacles with the right mindset, persevering through adversity, believing in ourselves, and seeking support when needed, we can turn every challenge into an opportunity. Every experience, no matter how difficult, is a stepping stone toward becoming the person we are meant to be. Got it? I'll expand Keynote 3 into a 500-word version in a general motivational/presentation style. If you want it tailored to a specific topic later, we can refine it further. Keynote 3 expanded, approximate. 500 words, every journey begins with a single step, yet it's the path we take after that first step that truly defines who we are. Keynote 3 is about embracing the journey of growth and transformation, understanding that progress is rarely linear, and realizing that every challenge we face is an opportunity to discover our true potential. Life is full of moments that test our patience, resilience, and courage, but it is through these moments that we learn the most valuable lessons. One of the most important aspects of growth is the willingness to step out of our comfort zones. Comfort may feel safe, but it rarely leads to meaningful change. Keynote 3 emphasizes that real progress happens when we dare to try, even when the outcome is uncertain. Every time we push beyond our familiar boundaries, we expand not only our skills, but also our perspective. Growth requires risk, effort, and the courage to face the unknown. Mistakes and failures are often seen as setbacks, but in reality, they are essential to the learning process. Keynote 3 encourages us to shift our perspective. Failures are not the opposite of success. They are a part of it. Each misstep provides an opportunity to learn, to adapt, and to improve. By embracing our mistakes rather than fearing them, we develop resilience, gain insight, and build the foundation for long-term achievement. Success is rarely immediate. It is earned through persistence and the lessons learned from adversity. Another crucial message of this keynote is the power of consistency. Small, deliberate actions taken every day accumulate into significant results over time. Whether it's developing a new skill, achieving a personal goal, or building meaningful relationships, the habits we form and the decisions we make consistently shape our future. Keynote 3 highlights that progress is not always visible in the moment, but it is the steady, consistent effort that ultimately leads to transformation. Equally important is the mindset we bring to our journey. A positive, determined mindset allows us to navigate challenges with clarity and focus. By viewing obstacles as opportunities and maintaining belief in our abilities, we remain motivated even when the road becomes difficult. Keynote 3 reminds us that self-belief is not about arrogance or perfection. It's about trusting ourselves enough to keep moving forward, even in uncertainty. Finally, Keynote 3 underscores the value of support and collaboration. No one achieves greatness alone. Mentorship, guidance, and encouragement from others amplify our potential and inspire us to reach higher. Sharing experiences, learning from those who have walked similar paths, and fostering meaningful connections are integral to both personal and professional growth. In conclusion, Keynote 3 is a call to embrace the journey fully, with courage, resilience, and determination. Step beyond comfort, learn from failure, remain consistent, cultivate a strong mindset, and seek support when needed. Every challenge, every small action, and every lesson learned brings us closer to the person we are meant to become. The journey itself is the reward, and the growth we achieve along the way shapes a future full of possibility and promise. Here's an expanded version of Keynote 4 in a general motivational/presentation style at around 500 words. I can refine it further if you provide a specific topic or theme for Keynote 4. Keynote 4 Expanded approximate 500 words. Life is a journey filled with unexpected turns, challenges, and opportunities. Keynote 4 is about embracing change, understanding its inevitability, and using it as a catalyst for growth. Change often brings discomfort, uncertainty, and fear, yet it is through change that we discover our true potential. It forces us to adapt, rethink our strategies, and often see life from a new perspective. This keynote emphasizes that growth is not a destination, but a continuous process fueled by our willingness to evolve. One of the most important lessons about change is that it cannot be avoided. Resistance only prolongs discomfort, while acceptance allows us to move forward with clarity and purpose. Keynote 4 highlights that by embracing change, we empower ourselves to take control of our journey rather than letting circumstances dictate our path. Every shift, whether big or small, is an opportunity to learn, to adapt, and to strengthen our resilience. Challenges are an inevitable part of this process. Life does not guarantee smooth sailing, but it does offer lessons in every obstacle. Failure, setbacks, and disappointments are not indicators of weakness. They are evidence of effort and courage. Keynote 4 encourages us to view these moments not as defeats, but as stepping stones toward improvement. Each challenge faced builds resilience, sharpens our skills, and provides insights that shape our decisions in the future. By reframing challenges as opportunities, we transform adversity into growth. Equally important is the mindset we bring to change. A positive and proactive mindset allows us to navigate uncertainty with confidence. Instead of fearing the unknown, we can approach it with curiosity and determination. Keynote 4 stresses that mindset is a choice. It determines whether we see change as a threat or as a chance to discover new possibilities. By cultivating optimism, adaptability, and courage, we empower ourselves to face any situation head-on. Consistency and action are also crucial themes. Change is not instantaneous. It is a process that unfolds over time. Small, deliberate steps, taken consistently, create momentum and produce meaningful results. Whether it's developing a new habit, pursuing a personal goal, or embracing a new opportunity, persistent action drives transformation. Keynote 4 reminds us that even when progress seems slow or invisible, every effort counts and contributes to the larger picture of growth. Finally, this keynote highlights the importance of support and collaboration. No one navigates change alone. Guidance, encouragement, and shared experiences from others can provide clarity, motivation, and strength. Mentorship and meaningful connections allow us to learn from others' journeys, gain new perspectives, and accelerate our own growth. In conclusion, Keynote 4 is a reminder that change is inevitable, challenges are valuable, and growth is continuous. By embracing change, cultivating the right mindset, taking consistent action, and seeking support when needed, we can transform uncertainty into opportunity. Life is a journey of evolution, and every step forward, no matter how small, brings us closer to the best version of ourselves. Here's a 500-word expanded version of Keynote 5 in a general motivational and presentation style. I can refine it further if you provide a specific topic for Keynote 5. Keynote 5 expanded, approximate. 500 words, asterisk, asterisk, every person faces moments in life that test their limits, challenge their beliefs, and push them beyond what they thought was possible. Keynote 5 is about embracing these moments and recognizing them not as obstacles, but as opportunities to grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient. Life does not give us guarantees, and it rarely unfolds in a perfectly predictable way. However, it does provide us with the tools, experiences, and lessons we need to evolve, if we are willing to learn from them. One of the central messages of this keynote is the power of perseverance. Challenges, setbacks, and failures are inevitable, but they do not define us unless we allow them to. True strength is demonstrated in the ability to rise after falling, to continue moving forward even when the path seems unclear, and to maintain belief in ourselves when doubt surrounds us. Keynote 5 emphasizes that perseverance is not about never encountering difficulties. It is about refusing to be defeated by them. Every step taken despite fear or uncertainty builds character and resilience. Equally important is the mindset we carry. A positive, proactive mindset transforms challenges into learning experiences. When we view setbacks as temporary and solvable, rather than permanent and insurmountable, we create space for growth. Keynote 5 encourages us to focus on solutions instead of problems, to seek lessons in failure, and to trust our capacity to overcome adversity. By reframing obstacles as opportunities, we not only survive difficulties but thrive because of them. Consistency and discipline are also core principles highlighted in this keynote. Progress is rarely instantaneous. It is the result of deliberate, repeated effort over time. Small actions, taken with purpose and commitment, accumulate into significant achievements. Whether it's pursuing personal goals, developing new skills, or cultivating meaningful relationships, persistent action builds momentum and fosters lasting change. Keynote 5 reminds us that even when progress is slow or invisible, every effort contributes to our journey of growth. Another key element is the importance of vision. Knowing what we want to achieve and why it matters gives direction to our actions and resilience to our efforts. When we align our daily choices with a larger purpose, challenges become stepping stones rather than roadblocks. Keynote 5 stresses that clarity of purpose strengthens determination and provides motivation even in the most trying times. Finally, this keynote emphasizes the role of support and community. No journey is truly solitary. Mentorship, guidance, encouragement, and collaboration amplify our efforts and inspire us to aim higher. Sharing experiences, learning from others, and connecting with those who uplift us creates a network of strength that helps navigate the complexities of life. In conclusion, Keynote 5 is a call to embrace challenges, cultivate resilience, and take consistent, purposeful action. Life will test us, but it also rewards courage, determination, and the willingness to grow. By maintaining a positive mindset, staying disciplined, pursuing our vision, and seeking support when needed, we transform adversity into opportunity. Every experience, every setback, and every triumph is a step toward becoming the best version of ourselves, a version capable of overcoming anything life places in our path. Here's a 500-word expanded version of Keynote 5 in a general motivational and presentation style. I can refine it further if you provide a specific topic for Keynote 5. Keynote 5 expanded, approximate. 500 words, asterisk, asterisk, every person faces moments in life that test their limits, challenge their beliefs, and push them beyond what they thought was possible. Keynote 5 is about embracing these moments and recognizing them not as obstacles, but as opportunities to grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient. Life does not give us guarantees, and it rarely unfolds in a perfectly predictable way. However, it does provide us with the tools, experiences, and lessons we need to evolve, if we are willing to learn from them. One of the central messages of this keynote is the power of perseverance. Challenges, setbacks, and failures are inevitable, but they do not define us unless we allow them to. True strength is demonstrated in the ability to rise after falling, to continue moving forward even when the path seems unclear, and to maintain belief in ourselves when doubt surrounds us. Keynote 5 emphasizes that perseverance is not about never encountering difficulties. It is about refusing to be defeated by them. Every step taken despite fear or uncertainty builds character and resilience. Equally important is the mindset we carry. A positive, proactive mindset transforms challenges into learning experiences. When we view setbacks as temporary and solvable, rather than permanent and insurmountable, we create space for growth. Keynote 5 encourages us to focus on solutions instead of problems, to seek lessons in failure, and to trust our capacity to overcome adversity. By reframing obstacles as opportunities, we not only survive difficulties but thrive because of them. Consistency and discipline are also core principles highlighted in this keynote. Progress is rarely instantaneous. It is the result of deliberate, repeated effort over time. Small actions, taken with purpose and commitment, accumulate into significant achievements. Whether it's pursuing personal goals, developing new skills, or cultivating meaningful relationships, persistent action builds momentum and fosters lasting change. Keynote 5 reminds us that even when progress is slow or invisible, every effort contributes to our journey of growth. Another key element is the importance of vision. Knowing what we want to achieve and why it matters gives direction to our actions and resilience to our efforts. When we align our daily choices with a larger purpose, challenges become stepping stones rather than roadblocks. Keynote 5 stresses that clarity of purpose strengthens determination and provides motivation even in the most trying times. Finally, this keynote emphasizes the role of support and community. No journey is truly solitary. Mentorship, guidance, encouragement, and collaboration amplify our efforts and inspire us to aim higher. Sharing experiences, learning from others, and connecting with those who uplift us creates a network of strength that helps navigate the complexities of life. In conclusion, Keynote 5 is a call to embrace challenges, cultivate resilience, and take consistent, purposeful action. Life will test us, but also rewards courage, determination, and the willingness to grow. By maintaining a positive mindset, staying disciplined, pursuing our vision, and seeking support when needed, we transform adversity into opportunity. Every experience, every setback, and every triumph is a step toward becoming the best version of ourselves, a version capable of overcoming anything life places in our path. Here's an expanded 500-word version of Keynote 6 in a general motivational and presentation style. I've kept it broad so it can fit most topics, but it can be tailored further if you provide the exact theme. Keynote 6 expanded, approximate. 500 words *** life is a journey of constant change, growth, and discovery. Keynote 6 focuses on the importance of self-awareness, purpose, and intentional action in shaping the life we want to live. Too often, people drift through life, reacting to circumstances rather than actively creating their future. This keynote reminds us that our thoughts, choices, and actions have power, and that by understanding ourselves and embracing responsibility, we can transform challenges into opportunities and potential into achievement. One of the central ideas in this keynote is self-awareness. To navigate life effectively, we must first understand who we are, our strengths, weaknesses, passions, and fears. Self-awareness allows us to identify areas for growth, recognize patterns that hold us back, and make choices aligned with our values. Keynote 6 emphasizes that knowing oneself is not a one-time exercise. It is an ongoing process of reflection, learning, and adjustment. The more deeply we understand ourselves, the better equipped we are to navigate life's challenges with confidence and clarity. Purpose is another crucial element. Without purpose, actions become meaningless, and even achievements may feel hollow. Keynote 6 encourages us to identify what truly matters to us, to clarify our goals, and to align our efforts with our vision. Purpose acts as a compass, guiding decisions, motivating persistence, and helping us maintain focus even during difficult times. When we live intentionally and with direction, every effort, no matter how small, contributes to the larger picture of fulfillment and success. Equally important is the mindset we cultivate. Life inevitably presents setbacks, obstacles, and moments of doubt. Keynote 6 emphasizes that resilience, optimism, and a growth-oriented mindset are essential for turning adversity into opportunity. Challenges are not signs of failure. They're lessons and invitations to adapt, learn, and improve. By choosing to approach life with curiosity, courage, and determination, we transform difficulties into stepping stones for progress. Consistency and deliberate action are also key themes. Dreams and goals are meaningless without the effort to bring them to life. Small, intentional steps, taken regularly, create momentum that compounds over time. Keynote 6 stresses that success is rarely instantaneous. It is built gradually, through discipline, patience, and persistence. Even when progress feels slow, every step forward matters, shaping not only outcomes but also character and resilience. Finally, Keynote 6 highlights the value of connection and support. No one achieves greatness entirely alone. Mentors, peers, and communities provide guidance, perspective, and encouragement. By learning from others, seeking advice, and sharing experiences, we accelerate growth, expand possibilities, and strengthen our ability to overcome challenges. In conclusion, Keynote 6 is a reminder that self-awareness, purpose, mindset, and consistent action are the cornerstones of meaningful growth and success. Life is a journey, not a destination, and every choice we make shapes our path. By embracing who we are, clarifying what we want, taking deliberate action, and seeking support when needed, we create a life defined not by circumstance, but by intention, resilience, and fulfillment. Here's an expanded 500-word version of Keynote 7 in a motivational and presentation style. I've kept it broad so it fits most contexts, but it can be refined if you provide the exact theme or focus. Keynote 7 expanded, approximate. 500 words. Life is a journey of choices, challenges, and continuous growth. Keynote 7 centers on the idea that every decision we make, every challenge we face, and every step we take contributes to the person we are becoming. Too often, people wait for the perfect moment to act or hesitate when confronted with uncertainty. This keynote reminds us that progress is rarely about perfection. It is about action, courage, and consistency in the pursuit of what matters most. One of the most important lessons highlighted in Keynote 7 is the value of resilience. Life does not unfold as a straight path, and setbacks are inevitable. Success is not determined by the absence of failure, but by the ability to rise after each fall. Each challenge, each obstacle, and each difficult moment carries within it a lesson, an opportunity to learn, adapt, and strengthen ourselves. Keynote 7 emphasizes that resilience is a skill, cultivated through experience, reflection, and the determination to keep moving forward, even when the road ahead seems uncertain. Equally vital is the mindset we bring to life's challenges. Our perception shapes our reality. A positive, proactive mindset transforms obstacles into opportunities. When we approach difficulties with curiosity, courage, and determination, we shift from being victims of circumstance to being active architects of our future. Keynote 7 encourages us to embrace a mindset of growth, seeing every setback as a chance to improve, every mistake as a lesson, and every challenge as a stepping stone toward progress. Another key theme in this keynote is the power of consistent, deliberate action. Dreams, goals, and aspirations remain distant until we commit to taking steps, however small, toward achieving them. Daily, purposeful effort compounds over time, building momentum and creating meaningful results. Keynote 7 reminds us that even minor, consistent actions accumulate into major transformations. It is not the occasional grand effort that shapes our lives, but the persistent, focused work we put in day after day. Purpose is another cornerstone of this keynote. Knowing what we want, why we want it, and how it aligns with our values gives direction to our actions. Purpose provides motivation during difficult times, clarity when choices seem confusing, and resilience when challenges arise. Keynote 7 emphasizes that purpose-driven action transforms ordinary efforts into extraordinary results, and ordinary lives into lives of meaning and impact. Finally, Keynote 7 highlights the importance of connection and support. No journey is undertaken in isolation. Mentorship, guidance, collaboration, and encouragement from others amplify our efforts and provide insight and perspective. By learning from the experiences of others, seeking advice, and sharing our own journey, we create a network of support that strengthens our ability to overcome challenges and achieve our goals. In conclusion, Keynote 7 is a call to embrace resilience, cultivate the right mindset, take consistent, purposeful action, and seek guidance when needed. Life will present challenges, setbacks, and uncertainty, but by committing to growth, acting with purpose, and persevering through adversity, we can shape a life of fulfillment, achievement, and meaning. Every choice, every effort, and every lesson learned brings us closer to the person we are meant to become.